Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Piofiore, and today we are starting Yang's route. I'm so fucking excited for this. I am so excited. Alright, so we go in and the same notes, some of the meanwhile stories automatically start. Some you can only see after we complete, like, Nicola or Dante's route, which we've done them both, so they should all be there, and, you know, yada yada. But we're starting our main storyline. Wait, yes, that's the one we want to start, right? Yeah, the main storyline. Yes. Start here, skipping through, skip the opening scene. Yes. What? Oh, it's not selected. Duh. Skip opening scene. Prologue, day 1. Skip. Skippity skip skip. Skip skip skip. Skip the skippity skip. There we go. La la la. Outside seeing Dante. He's so beautiful. We're supposed to actually say good morning to him. Meanwhile story. Wait, oh, whoops. I'm sorry. Meanwhile story choices. We've already kind of seen, so we could technically skip it, but we'll just go through. Might as well do them all. We've already read it. He's there, feeling sad, seeing us, blah, blah, blah. Just in case. I mean, I feel like we should have seen them all. Especially then, yeah, the Meanwhile story is only available after completing Nicola's. Actually, no, one of them will be new, because we hadn't... Like, that one we saw during Nicola's one. We're supposed to say that's what life is. Giovanni, living as humans means that we'll experience being happy and sad. I think that applies to everyone here on Earth. Really? Yes, no matter how happy or strong a person looks, they carry hardships and pain within them. That's what life is all about. So, living means we'll suffer? Oh, Giovanni. Yes, sweetie. And then you die. I think it takes a lot for us to live the way we do. But that doesn't mean we must always suffer. We enjoy life and are blessed with happiness as well. That's what they made Atome games for, Giovanni, so that you can play them and be happy. For a short period of time. It's something we all go through. And that's why we do our very best each day to try and be better people, despite our hardships. I think there's meaning in us living this way. Okay. Right, and then we're talking to the old man. I think they had a reason to leave. Oh, I wonder when we say, I understand why they left. I would guess Orlock's route, because... I understand why they left. I want to get the fuck out of here myself. Kind of feels like it's like, I guess they had a reason. Anyway. Oh! The casino, the church, and the police station were all in this district. Okay. I don't know who's asking. Signorina, may I ask you something? Is it Yang? Oh my god, I know who that is. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I didn't think he was gonna show up at all. Like, ever. You can tell because when I went into Dante's good route and you could see the person who was like scribbled out, and then we saw the scene and I knew. It's a... Oh my god. You could also just tell by the way he's standing, just the head tilt too. I'm sorry, it's a spoiler because I know who it is. You know who it is. Oh, it's just this mysterious person standing there who's gorgeous. Who the fuck do you think it is? Oh my god. And the only other person on the cover who we don't know what the... Oh! So all of that front when you're wearing all that... Well, I mean, obviously we knew we were going to see you without the mask, but that's obviously a wig too. I know it's him. I fucking know it is. Know it is. Because if you look in the menu when you're going into the good things and you see his face scribbled out, you can tell he's got like blondish hair. You can tell. So this is Direttore. Or Henry, as we know from watching that end in Dante's. That's why the bitch is on the cover. That's That's why he's on the... And then you're... I'm sorry, I'm so excited. I know we're going down... God damn it! So we're going down Yang's route and you're going to give me this? Huh? It's like so excited for Yang's route, and now you got to tempt me with their fucking poster boy. I know Dante's technically the poster boy, because he's like, you know, but I just... Anyway. Huh? Like, huh is right. I did not expect to see you here. But you could tell, like, the hair sweep over his eye, and then just because he stands the same way, too. A voice called to me as I passed the casino. The man looked like he was in his 30s and was quite handsome. Oh, he really is. He's goddamn beautiful. I thought he was beautiful before when he's all dressed up with a mask on. Oh my god, it's our Phantom of the Casino. I'm so excited. Can't wait till we're almost at the end of the game, because I love him. Look at him. He's precious. Although he doesn't have, like, a real route that I'm aware of. So, I don't know. Is there something the matter? Oh, I was just curious. Do you have an interest in the casino? Oh, I do. I so do. I really do, because I love you. But we can't go down your route right now, but this is, like, the best part ever. I'm sorry, I love him. Oh, I was just passing by. I don't have a particular interest. I didn't have a talent for gambling. But more than that, I wasn't the type to even step inside a casino. Oh, it's going to be so much more interesting when we end up in the casino at some point and we see him with the mask on. A perfect answer. Indeed, someone like yourself would not take interest in such a hellhole. Someone like myself? Oh, he'd been spying on us for a while. That's why I thought he was the puppet master murdering everybody. And, like, fucking Nicola's route, but that was obviously Roberto. And apparently I found out, because, I don't know, somebody may have said something at this point, but here's the thing. I'm so far ahead. Like, things have started to post, but we're not far. The fan disc actually does not have any, like, routes for any of the other side pieces. So, we don't get a Roberto route. What we get is this game, and you know what? After Nicola's, you're like, I might be okay with that. But like before Nicola's route, you're like, he's so angsty, and I just kind of I think it'd be fun. But then you go down Nicola's route, and you're like, and I might just back slowly out of the door now, creep out quietly while he's not looking. Anyway, someone like myself, you speak as if you know me. Oh, he does. Maybe he's the Phantom of the Chapel too. You don't know. You don't know. This is the first time we've met, isn't it? He also has some kind of ties to the church. We saw that. Look at his eyelashes. Jesus. Oh. He's going to be the one that stabs us or put us in a cage, isn't he? I don't know. I don't know if we can trust such an innocent, sweet face who hides behind a mask doing some kind of shady shit for the church and is the director of a fucking casino. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't care. I love him. I love you, Nicola, but he might be my favorite. He's my favorite, but he's not really the main cast, so I don't know. Man, I love this game. Indeed. This is the first time we've exchanged words. Kinda is. I simply made the assumption based on your appearance and demeanor. He continued to speak in a way that made it seem like he was warning me. Do not get yourself involved with gambling. After all, no one ever wins what truly matters. Oh, And with that, he turned around and walked away. Who was he? Oh, only the Phantom of the Casino will meet him later. Oh. Oh my god! I love you, Nicola, but we just met the fucking best boy. I'm sorry. He's gonna end up... I do love Nicola, though. Oh, seriously? We're actually supposed to thank him this time, which is really weird. It's really odd. I think if I went in this blind, I would have been like, thank him would have been the right answer for him, and it's not. But thank him is the right answer for Yang. Weird. Anyway. Thank you very much, Signor Francesca. You're very welcome. Although I don't recall telling you my name earlier. No, but I had Roberto address you when we were by the coffee shop. Was I mistaken? No, you're absolutely right. His smile is so bright and endearing and beautiful. Okay, I do love you too. I do. But But Dear Torre is a goddamn gorgeous mystery. And I'm probably gonna regret it, but I love him. I don't know. I love this goddamn game. I do. All of the boys are so fucking wonderful. I just wanna you're all welcome into the Mana Harem. We'll just embrace all of you, take you all in. He picked up the lemons I dropped without a second thought and is carrying them for me now. Is there a problem? No, nothing. And then, no, this one is new because we can only get this in Nicola's route and we haven't finished it until now. So perfect. This one's new. I was enjoying some leisure time in town when I met her near the police station. I see. Oh, that doesn't interest you, Dante? Nothing happened, correct? If so, there isn't anything to be interested in. Well, I suppose. Then again, it's not as if it was entirely uneventful. I was also pestered by a detective. What? Only a little. Nothing worth bothering you over, Dante. But I received word that the church will have their usual provisioning in the Strano district. She's going to attend. Does that worry you? Why don't you go and check on her, Dante? The boss of the Falzone wouldn't waste time doing such a thing. But you might be slightly in love with her. Well said. But Strano isn't the safest place to be. And get some guards ready just in case. Have them stay incognito, understood? You're worried, aren't you? No? It's a reasonable course of action that I must make as the family boss. He's like, no? No, you are. I love them both. As the family boss, eh? This would have been so much cuter if we'd done Nicola's route first, and then you get that with Dante being like, whatever, and then you go down Dante's route and see, because, like, when you're in Dante's route, he's such a fucking little marshmallow. He's like, what? No, I don't like you. And you're like, yes, you do. You're squishy. And, like, seeing this is like, you just see right off the bat, you're like, he's so fucking squishy. It's adorable. I love this game. This game makes me happy, okay? That's why I'm such a fucking nutball when I'm playing this. I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute, and this is so funny, and I love this, and oh my god. And I'm a spaz playing this because I love this game so much it makes me happy. Like, I sit down and I'm like, okay, we're gonna play the game. Cool. And then I go play it, I'm like, I'm so excited. I don't know what's wrong with me. This game is like fucking crack or something. I know I play other games. I'm like, I love this game. It's so much fun. But I have my like, oh my god, it's getting boring. Or like, whatever. I don't know what it is about this game. This game literally is like I snorted cocaine or some shit. Like, I don't know. I've never done cocaine, so I don't know. But I'm just guessing. Because I feel like spazzing it all over the place. And I don't know if it's like a train wreck to watch or it's fun. But I'm such a fucking spaz playing this because I love this game so much. It makes me so happy I can't contain myself. Like, I don't know. Anyway, she's a very important person in the Falzone family, but her very existence blinding Dante to his fate. I'd rather not have her go near him. After all, I need to release Dante from these burdensome shackles. And that's interesting. It's also actually interesting to see that, because in Dante's route, like, if you go down Dante's route first, you don't know, you wouldn't want to see what Nicola's thinking. You go down his route, you find out he betrays them, blah, 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 and why. If you saw that before you did his route, like, it makes sense. It's very key to, you know, what he does in both of those routes. I wonder if he still does it in Yang's. You know what I mean? Because there's no reason for him to do it. Like, he was gonna do it. Well, no, maybe. Because in his mind, right, we figured out in his route, he was going to betray them just to go to the Visconti and be like, take out the family, kick Dante out of town so he can do whatever the hell he wants. Whether I was involved or not. That was always his plan. So he'd probably it would make sense if he still did it in Yang's route. You know what I mean? Like, we're out of the picture. But Dante would still be like, no, we have to rescue her. She's in Yang's hands and blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, so I'm still going to betray you. And like, we're just not going to care because we don't know him, you know, whatever. All right, so we are supposed to ask for God's blessing tomorrow. Meanwhile, Story of the Wind. Is this the one that... Okay, this is one that already happened. Yeah. In the first time we played through. Yang, but not. We don't get to see him. Oh! Oh, no, that one happened in Nicola's route. Where he goes and he's talking to the... Okay. Epilogue. I mean, prologue day 2. Because we didn't see that in Dante's route. We saw... I thought Yang talking to the twins, but we didn't see him talking to Rosberg or whatever. I do think he's nice, but... Oh, Orlock. Praying earnestly. It's unusual to see someone so young. Just keep smiling, smiling, smiling. What do? We smile. I'm sorry, there's just some shit that pops into your head and you're just like, I can't help it. Like, talk to him. Oh. Interesting. Maybe I should talk to him. And then we're going to get kidnapped. Elena, do you mind? Huh? Where are you going? I'm sorry, I'll be right back. I left Elena to the people as I went over to the young boy. Hello there. We brought some food for everyone from the church. Would you like some? No. He doesn't sound interested. Or maybe he's just cautious. Do you like sweets? Is there something you need? Excuse me, but is there something you need? If I can help, let me know. Huh? Why would I... That doesn't count, you hear? What doesn't count? You didn't hear me? I didn't. Why don't you stand in line? We have food for everyone. You should try my torta al limon. It's my specialty. I can't read. I'd love to see you enjoy a good meal. Huh? Well, if you say so, I guess I could fill my stomach for you. Really? That would be great. Would you line up over there with everyone? Okay. Well, I'll see you later. Wait up! Thanks. You're very welcome. Interesting. Say, do you have a moment? What is it? I'm hungry. You like eating, don't you? Hey, it's your fault. The torta you made looked so good. I was gonna snack on leftovers, but they were all taken. I just can't bear another minute without having something sweet. Oh, Elena. So then, how about we stop by the Panetteria before we head back? How about we do? I'll go tell the sisters. Really? Grazie, Space. You're the best. I know, I am. Elena looks really happy. Let's go stop at the bakery on the way. Fuck yeah, bitch. Sister? Yes. Elena and I will clean up here. Oh, are you sure? Yes, it shouldn't take long. I'd also like to go someplace with Elena after this, so we can take care of the rest. Understood. We'll be heading back then. Don't stay out too late, you hear? They basically almost have the same voice. Sort of slightly different, but not very much. Anyway. Yes, sister. I didn't realize we were going to have 2 nuns at first, and so I was like, ah, fuck. We saw them off, then began the cleanup. Look! Over there! I'll be right back! Okay, be careful. Elena ran off in the direction of a nearby bakery. Good thing we made it before they closed. A sweet aroma drifted from the bakery as I waited for Elena to return. The area was getting dark, with not many people around. What's taking her so long? Okay, so apparently the titles in Yang's chapters are in English. That's kind of funny. Like, I knew they said they were all different, but it's weird because Dante's didn't seem like Spanish, but I don't know Spanish well enough to know. And Nicola's seemed Italian, so that makes sense. I don't know why they chose different languages, but it's just really weird. I guess it's because there was no way, like, you could probably muddle your way through and, like, kind of guess the Spanish or Italian, but there was no way if they put it in, like, Chinese, you would be able to figure that shit out. You'd be like, okay, I can't even come close to pronouncing that because it's like not even the same alphabet, you know what I mean? But it's just kind of funny. They're like, I guess we'll just put it in English. I mean, anyway. At least looking at the guide, I'm like, chapter 1's okay. Wow, we have to save right off the bat in chapter 1. Damn. Blonde hair and blue eyes. It's her. Excuse me? Exotic clothes. They didn't seem to be locals. Are they members of the Lao Shu? Ah! This is for your own good. Ah! What are you doing? Damn it, she saw us. What a pain. But she's pretty nice looking broad. I'm sure she'd fetch a premium. Stop! Oh my god, no. Okay, Elena cannot be with us the whole time we're with fucking Yang. I don't want to deal with that bullshit. Like, look, I love Elena and all. But, like, not like, oh, Spacey, blah, blah, blah. No, Elena, but I also don't want her to get sold. Elena, run away. But, like, you know, in Nicola's route, it was like, okay, well, we're done. We're in chapter 1 already. But, like, in Nicola's route, it was like, she got attacked, but she's fine. Okay, cool, she's fine. And now this, she's going to get, like, sold. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's Yang's route. We can't have happiness. We can't have this. This is going to, okay. Are we ready for this? I don't know if I'm ready for this. I slowly regained consciousness. My head hurts. What a strange nightmare. I should get up soon to clean the church. Huh? I lifted my heavy eyelids. Immediately, a dark room came into view. I sat up and looked around, but my surroundings were completely unfamiliar. What am I doing here? If those people were from the Lao Shu... That bed is, like, fucking amazing looking. Like, I fucking want one. Can't be... Was I abducted? Although, like, there's no way for you to, like, that bed to be, like, a two-person because you can't roll out the other side. It's, like, literally almost a prison cell. Like, how do you can't, like, you know what I mean? Like, normal queen-size bed, you can, like, one person on one side, one on the other. This is, like, this is just for you. Nobody's fitting in that shit with you. Or you'd be like, hold on, I gotta climb over you to get out, because there's only, like, one exit. The other one, there's bars on the other side, like. If so, have I been brought to Veleno? But why would they bring me here? My mind was all over the place. Confusion and anxiety filled my chest. What do I do? What could I do? In the midst of my confusion, I heard people talking outside. This should be fine. All that's left is to report it. Yeah, I hope he's in his room, but... That guy always disappears. Don't get your hopes up. Sorry, I have an itch under my headset. My ear. These voices. Were they the ones who abducted me? Who's the he they were talking about? There were so many questions I wanted to ask. I'm scared, but... I knew for a fact that just waiting around wouldn't do any good. I can move both my hands and feet. I was somewhat surprised to see that they hadn't tied me up. Maybe it was because I was unconscious. Or perhaps they underestimated me. A little bit of both. I might have a chance to escape. Throw some shit out! Come on, throw the sheets out the window! It'll be fine this time! What? I felt a faint sense of hope and tiptoed to the door. Thank God, they didn't lock the door. I carefully opened the door so I wouldn't make a sound and peered into the hall. Seeing that the coast was clear, I sighed with relief. I had almost lost all hope when I realized I was abducted by the Lao Shu. I may have a little bit of luck left. Careful not to make a sound, I slowly opened the door wider and stepped into the hallway. I tiptoed my way down the corridor. Eventually, I found a stairway leading downstairs. I hear people's voices downstairs. There seemed to be a few people on the bottom landing. Could they be guards? If I just walked down the stairs, they would definitely see me. If I can't use the stairs, maybe the window? But what floor am I on? For the time being, I should find a window. Maybe over here. I've been caught! I instinctively ran for it, but the only place I could go was upstairs. Hey, wait! Shut up already! What's the fuss? Well, there was a girl just walking around here. Did someone bring her in? Huh? Crap, which way did she go? We need to catch her. I ran up the stairs and hid behind a nearby wall. All the stairs looked similar, so I had no idea how far up I went. I think she's around here somewhere. Where'd she go? She one of the rooms? The men opened each door and hurriedly searched inside the rooms. As they did so, I held my breath and turned back toward the stairs. I don't think I can escape out the window from this floor. I was like expecting her, turned around right into fucking Yang, right into it. Damn it! I just need to get as far down as I can. I'm just waiting. Oh no, someone's coming upstairs. I knew that if I ran back upstairs, I'd be trapped between them. But if I stayed here, I would be caught for sure. Please, God. My heart was pounding with fear as I ran up the stairs. I opened a door at the end of the staircase and found myself on the rooftop. Well, I mean, maybe you can jump up to that building? How far are the alleys? I felt the cool air on my skin and looked up at the night sky. For a second, I felt the tension break. Well, I mean, you might freeze to death on the roof, and that would be bad. But if this is a dead end, there was nowhere else for me to run. Are we gonna is our first choice gonna be like jump off the fucking roof and we're just gonna commit suicide? I'll trust that God will save me if I jump all the way to that landing over there. It's not gonna work. I was faced with bitter reality and felt a sense of desperation come over me. I mean, literally before the first choice, we have to make a save. I thought there was no one else on the rooftop. Until now. Oh no, someone's here! Is it Yang? It's gotta be. There was a dark shadow that blended into the night, standing at the edge of the rooftop. Was he looking at the stars? Or was he looking down at the lights of the town beneath him? He's not turning around. Wouldn't he have heard the door open as I came out here? Did he not see me? Then, if I'm able to hide myself, I might be able to get away. Just as I felt that faint hope. It is. The shadow slowly turned around. The golden eyes that shone in the night seemed to be in a daze, as if they couldn't see me. I had a really bad feeling about this. An instinctive fear, deep down. Really? She's like, I'm so afraid. And I'm like, I'm so excited. Like she hasn't met him yet. Who is he? I cowered from the eerie shadow. My body was beginning to tremble with fear. Hold on. This is our first save point. Because we're going to get a bad ending here. So that was Nicholas. So this will be... Yep. Look at that. Fated encounter. Run for it. So he probably kills us. Or we fall off a roof. I don't know. So we say something. I have to say something. It might be a futile effort. But just maybe he might be different from the other men. He didn't rush to capture me like the others. Even if this is Lao Shu's base, I'm sure not everyone is a bad person. She's such a good girl. Not everyone's evil here, I'm sure. They may even hear me out. I hung on to whatever hope I had left and spoke up. I mean, that's exactly it. I'm just hoping someone's nice here. But again, just because you work in this organization, we've seen, just because you're in the mafia doesn't mean you're a bad person. All of our boys have been great so far. Yang's the difficult one. He's the fucked up one. Everyone that works for him is just like doing what they're told and would probably, if he was like, look guys, we're just going to bake today, they'd be like, all right. Thank God we don't have to kill anybody. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for bothering you. I think I've been brought here by mistake. If possible, could you please not tell anyone that you saw me? It's funnier because she doesn't know who it is. Did he just smile? A moment ago I was relieved to think I'd been spared. However, I was now terrified. The moment I saw him smile, I froze. I just couldn't move. In the next moment... Oh my God, CG already? Yes! Jesus. Christ. Okay, so... First instant, Nicola puts a gun to our head. First instant, Yang shoves his tongue down my throat. Look, I love you, Nicola, but I think Yang had a smarter idea. He didn't put a gun at my head. He's gonna be worse than that, but wow, okay. My lips were sealed. That's very interesting way to... This route is gonna be very, inappropriate, but for me, I'm probably not gonna mind, and it's gonna be even more inappropriate, because my reaction to this is not gonna be like, you bastard! It's gonna be like, kiss me harder. It's gonna be like Saint Germain. And you were like, I mean, it's fine, you're gonna get whatever, just stab me harder, daddy, I guess. I don't know, like... Look... If it's a character you don't like and they do this shit, you're like, the fuck do you think you're doing? When it's one that you actually like and they do it, you're like, okay. And I was just like, Yang's just beautiful, so drawn to him from the very beginning. You're like, I like him, he's pretty. So he can be as much of a bastard as he wants to be. They're all fucking pretty. Anyway, my lips were sealed. What the? A slender arm had reached out, catching me by the chin. It pulled me in. And in my vision was an unexpectedly beautiful person drawing closer to me. Yeah, he is. Her face is touched. I could smell his sweet, flowery fragrance and felt something wet on my lips. Huh? What? What's happening? I struggled to break free from his grasp and turned my face away. Stop! But they wouldn't listen. Despite having very thin fingers, the power of his strength was too much. I felt like a sweet poison was entering my lips. My head felt dizzy and my vision went white. I felt myself fading. Was he smoking opium out here? Is that what it is? And then he's like, fucking like breathing opium. You know, like they do that weird shit in games where it's like, here's some tea for you. Let me drink it and then pour it in your mouth. And you're like, that's gross. It's like mostly backwash now. And like, that's nasty. But he's just drugging us with this kid. I mean, didn't see that one coming, but okay. Fight it! No! At this rate! I tried to resist once more and tried with all my might to twist my body away. His lips wouldn't part for mine, so all I could do was swing my hand up. What are you doing? Oh, we slapped him. I bet he likes it, because this is for the good ending. He likes it when we fight him. Wait, that's not good. That's... He'd get bored with us if we didn't, but this doesn't bode well. I shouldn't be enjoying this. I slapped his face with all my might and could finally breathe again, and finally could breathe freely. Wow. Furious, I glared straight at him. Look at, he's so cocky and beautiful. The smirk never left his face, and he showed no signs of anger at my resistance. He wasn't even fazed by the slap. Does he feel no pain? No, I think you just turned him on. I think he likes pain. I was confused. He asked in a whisper, "Why do you resist? Do you find me repulsive?" Repulsive? What? That's not the issue here. To kiss someone I've never met, whose name I don't even know. His statement was so insensitive that I couldn't help but raise my voice. You expect me to just accept this? This is so... appalling. He should be ashamed of himself. As if no longer finding this entertaining, his smile disappeared. I see. And then I must thank you. Thank me? Yes. I've had many women desire me, and not a single one who has resisted. The man spoke with such arrogance. I mean, have many women desire me? I mean, have you looked in the mirror lately? Well, I never wanted this. He's like, you're gonna learn to like it. I mean, probably, but how dare you? The man gave a taunting stare and spoke with some air of surprise. And the women who come through our base usually hail from the red light district. Do you not? I hadn't noticed. Is he saying I look like them? Do I look like a whore to you? I glared back and she's like, do you not see the rosary and the fact that I've probably got a dress that goes all the way up to my collar and I'm covering every inch of my body? I'm wearing a nun's habit, for fuck's sake. No, I'm just kidding. She's really not, but I have a feeling Yang would absolutely fucking know and be like, haha. I glared back at him and responded as calmly as I could. I feel like he absolutely fucking knows who we are. He's fucking with us. I do not. I've never been mistaken for such a person before. Don't get all full of yourself, okay? Like, those women are just doing what they need to survive, okay? Some of them might enjoy it, but some of them probably like, this sucks and I don't want to do this, but... So judgy, church girl. Just kidding. Judge the horse. God, anyway. How rude of me. So, are you someone's guest? He gave me a challenging smirk, but I couldn't answer. I don't think I can ask him for help. Standing so close to him, I looked into his eyes once more, and I knew. His deep golden eyes seemed to draw me into a trap. A devilish color, like a full moon on the horizon. And in the depths of those eyes, there were no human emotions, only emptiness. Simply locking eyes with him is giving me the chills. It felt like I was looking into a void. It's like the game is literally like throwing up every flag. Danger! Danger! This is gonna be traumatizing! And you're like, nah, I'm gonna have some much fucking fun. You're not threatening me, game. Game is trying to warn you out of Yang's route. They're like, this is gonna be bad. And you're like, oh, hell no. Full speed ahead. Whoop, whoop! Hit the gas, bitches. We going. Footsteps barged onto the rooftop. It was the men looking for me. Forgive me, Yang. The girl from earlier... She's right here. He spoke casually and I froze where I stood. Like he fucking knew who we were. I told you he knew. He was just fucking with us. It was Yang. He casually bent down and stared into my shaken face. He then whispered, as if to a lover. They're like, hey, by the way. Yeah, we know you. It seems you're my guest, Spacey. I was at a loss for words. He knew. From the beginning. He knew who I was. Of course he knew. I mean, if this was the first route you did, it's not the first route you can do, but let's just say you could. You wouldn't know, what was going on. But you obviously, from doing one or the other route, and even if you went to this and this was the second one you did, he knows who you are. Like, oh, blonde hair, blue eyes, this might be her. Like, he knew. He's just fucking with this. He's like, oh, I just thought you were, like, from the red light district. You're like, what the? And you're like, wait, you knew I wasn't from the red light district. You just kissed me. He's like, I just like fucking with people. He does. I mean, he does. We know he does. He likes playing games. He knew goddamn well we wouldn't be into it. And he did it anyway. What if we were into it? What if we were like, just keep kissing back? Bet that would have shocked him. Probably would have thrown us off a roof, but whatever. He knew who I was. Uh-huh. I had no choice but to accept this heavy truth. I knew there was no other option. There was never a way out for me from the very beginning. At least we tried, and we got an interesting first encounter with Yang. I mean, Jesus. So, how aware are you of your current predicament? They had taken me from the rooftop to a room inside, where they sat me down on a chair. The members of the Lao Shu simply stood behind the man and didn't say a word. It's just ice in the ice machine. Just making noise. Birds making weird noises. Because my freaking ice machine is so loud. Just my fridge. Anyway. I'm gonna tell you now, and there's no use in playing ignorant. I cannot abide those who refuse to understand anything. He spoke in a tone that made it difficult to tell what his true intentions were. He continued without waiting for my answer. If you abandon any effort to think for yourself, if you tell me, I don't know anything, or tell me everything, I'll assume your brain is mere decoration. You'll not be worth anything to me. I despise boring conversation. If you can speak intelligently, then I shall reward you by answering your questions. Additionally, speak clearly and get to the point. A few years have passed since I arrived in Berlin, and Italian is still far too complex for me. So someone who can speak Chinese, hello. We're like, that's too complex for you? Have you... Sure, okay. He can lie with such a straight face. He's been speaking in fluent Italian this whole time. Really? Seems like English to me. I'm just kidding. I couldn't help but sigh. That seemed to come as a surprise to him, and he cocked his head. I suppose I have no choice but to prepare for the worst. I stared back at his golden eyes and spoke. I'm clearly at a disadvantage. Is that so? Even though I was generous enough to allow you to speak? And saying the wrong thing will end my life. Then will you say nothing? I can't. If I say nothing, you'll be displeased. You are the one who said I'm in a dangerous spot. If you abandon any effort to think for yourself, you'll not be worth anything to me. That was what he said. Then, what now? I'll talk, because I have no other choice. I'll tell you everything that I know, and I'm going to see how you react. You're going to evaluate me, are you? His smile deepened as if the whole situation amused him. Without taking my eyes off him, I thought very hard and finally spoke. I'm in Veleno. The people who attacked and abducted me called you Yang on the rooftop, which means you're the boss of the Lao Shu. The head of the Lao Shu rarely made appearances in the outside world. I'd never met him, of course, nor had I ever seen him. However, I have heard of his name before, sorry. As if to confirm my assumptions, the man before me smiled widely. Correct. He was exactly as he was rumored to be. A killer who took the lives of both friend and foe. No matter how inhumane or cruel, he was capable of doing anything without hesitation. He had an intimidating aura unlike anyone else. So, what have you surmised? The fact that you're showing your face must mean you brought me here for a specific reason. As much as I didn't want to believe it, that was the only conclusion I could come to. That's all I can think of. With that, I clenched both my fists, which were sitting on my lap. I don't know if my answer was what he was looking for. My body tensed, knowing that the worst could happen to me if it wasn't. He gave me a tormenting stare and slowly started to speak up. Not bad. If you can be spoken with, then you're worth speaking to. Though, Spacey, are you not frightened? You seem to be shaking. He was right. I couldn't help but look away. Being exposed to the threat of death, if I let my guard down now, I may start to cry. I'm not frightened! No, it's because you're intimidating. I mean, like, hello, you threatened to kill me, and you probably would kill me, and you're in the Mafia. Hello, fuck yeah. That's right. You're intimidating. I decided to be honest. Being taken to a Mafia base and being tested by its leader, of course I'd feel this way. Except for when we were with Dante or Nicola. Nicola maybe a little bit, because he put a gun to my fucking head within 5 minutes, and it was like, the fuck? Okay, it was like a week or so later, but still, pretty fast he put a gun to my fucking head. Dante was pretty much like a fucking butterball from the start. So, like, I'm just saying, we're falling slowly into, like, hell here. Ay. The best I could do was try to keep my voice steady. You're not a very good actress. Blathering on this way was your attempt at bravado, was it? I commend your effort. Commend? Because I said you were intimidating? No. Because you haven't yet stopped working to heighten your chance of survival. Then you're not going to kill me? He smirked and responded vaguely. It does pay me to kill someone who has a desperate desire to live. I'm not the devil, after all. Is that so? As he said that, I felt he was scarier than the devil. Yang looked at the men who were standing by and muttered orders. Leave. Understood. Please call for us if you need anything. The vigilant men exited the room, and I was left alone with Yang. Yang smirked, turning to me once more. Now, I suppose I shall fulfill my promise. If there's something you wish to know, I'll answer whatever I feel like answering. Please, I need to think carefully. I'm sure he won't answer many questions. Once he's bored, he may end this session abruptly. I chose one thing that I was most curious about. Why me? That's what I'm most curious about, but what will happen to me? What will happen to me now? What indeed? Any ideas? I mean, I have some ideas, and I know that's exactly what's gonna happen to me in this goddamn fucking game. But he spoke in a joking way, but his eyes were still stone cold. You're afraid, aren't you? I'm pleased that you're afraid for your life, but if you have no plans to use your brains, and there's nothing for me to tell you. He responded as if he was bored. For a moment I was scared, but I mustered the courage to speak up. I only want to understand the predicament I'm in. In order for me to do so, I need information. And then do you want to ask the reason why you were abducted? Your existence seems to have significant meaning to the Falzone family. The Falzone family? You are not told anything. You have no understanding of the position you're in. Position? Correct. I verified the information from my connections with the church. I'm certain your existence has value. Position, existence, value. The words together made no sense to me. I'd never been aware of any connection between myself and the Falzone. But no matter how much I denied it, nothing would shake his conviction. And it wouldn't change the information he obtained either. What is it? Perplexed, I asked another question. It was all I could do. Was the reason the Laoshu took me to make a deal with the Falzone? How many bad endings does he have? We're already gonna have to create a save file too before... Like, oh my god, in this chapter! We're gonna die pretty fast! Well, it makes sense. We piss him off, he kills us pretty instantly. Makes a lot of sense. No. I simply wish to meet the woman who's captivated the Falzone. And that's why I invited you. And there's no other reason. He's lying with a straight face. He had no intention of hiding his attitude. But if I really am connected to the Falzone, he could threaten them and ask for a ransom. It was easy for me to come to the conclusion that it was why they abducted me. You're going to live here for some time. I'll feed you and give you a place to stay. For some time? I'm certain the Falzone are looking for you quite frantically now. Eventually they'll realize you're here and will come to retrieve you. So, if the Falzone really does attack the Laoshu, I can be freed. And that's why you'll not be leaving Veleno. Huh? That means you'll let me walk around as long as it's within Veleno? I don't mind. I'd despair at something bad happening to my honored guest, so let's give you a guard. Wait, wow. Wait. We were never allowed to leave the house. He's gonna just be like, just as long as you don't leave the district. I'm sorry, you're the asshole? Because that's just a little more freedom than the other fuckers gave us. I'm just saying. Just saying. Anyway. It's not really a guard, is it? Rather, someone to watch me. He saw me sigh gloomily, and his eyes thinned as if it were amusing to him. Oh my god. It's the Laoshu version of Leo. It's probably going to be Faye and what's his face. Faye and what's her face. Lon? Yeah. I won't kill you immediately. If you die, you won't be of any value to me. How reassuring. He won't kill me yet. Front. Alright, cool. Ooh. I have a report, boss, about the situation. We finally found a witness. Continue. They claim two men took her into the alley and abducted her from there. Judging by their clothing, they were from Veleno, maybe even from the Laoshu. They said the men ran off in that direction. And that's as much as we know. I think it's really funny that they have question marks because you've never met Leo. But, like, you had to have done Dante or Nicola's route, one of them first. So you already know who Leo is. It's not a surprise. But it's so funny in this, they're like, we're going to act as if you've never met Leo. But she in the game didn't, but we know who he is. You could call him Leo. You know what I mean? We're sending some men to find out where. Oh, Leo. Little precious, I miss you. Wonder what Laoshu Leo's gonna be. Understood. You may go. Yes, excuse me. Bye, Leo. We seem to be in a bind. Yes. I've heard the Laoshu have recently been abducting random women. But I'm thinking perhaps it wasn't random. It may have been in an effort to reach her. It's exactly what we thought in the very beginning, right? You mean to say they were looking for her? Right. I believe Yang's discovered that she's our key. Whatever Yang believes, we must do everything in our power to retrieve her. There's always... Oh, this has always been the Falzone's mission. But Leno's dangerous. And they're all under the influence of the Lao Shu. We can't simply waltz in. We need to keep our distance from other families' territories. You know that. In either case, we can't move this incident anyhow. Each situation requires a different solution. I'll have my informants investigate. If she was taken to the Lao Shu's, to Yang's headquarters, information may not be readily available. That's true, but we can't afford not to look into it. And this isn't like you, Dante. You're rattled. Are you that worried about her? No. And this is for the sake of my mission, although I kind of am in love with her and have been since I was a child, so a little bit. Nicola's like, bullshit. Bullshit. He won't kill me yet. Hey, bye. Oh. Well, that's true. I was just like, just stop for a second. I'm like, wait. So we have Oliver and Gilbert. Right, yeah, okay, so Oliver's like his right-hand man, but he's not the underboss, though, is he? Lee is, I would assume. But is Oliver? I mean, he's just like the other side to Gilbert's coin, right? Just like Lee is the other side to Yang's coin, and Nicola's the other side to Dante's coin, if you think about it, technically. We just get to date one of them and not the others. I get the feeling that Oliver's a little gay, so I don't think we can date him. I still love him, but anyway. I humbly thank you for visiting our... Oh, no, this is Direttore then talking to Lee. Anyway. I humbly thank you for visiting our casino. It seems you've secured another large deal. Yeah? I feel you're far more necessary to the Lao Shu than its current head. Direttore, don't flatter me so much. You won't get anything out of it. No, I'm simply being honest. You're acting as the face of the organization in his stead, and handling a great many things. With such wealth and prosperity, it's not a stretch to imagine you as the head of the Lao Shu. See, he is so... Okay, I know Nicola's a shady bitch. Direttore is a shadier, shady bitch than the shady bitch. I love him. That's why he wears a mask, so you can't see the shade in his eyes. You also couldn't see the beautiful fucking purpley eyes that he was hiding in his gorgeousness. And we saw him without the mask on. I know that was him. Fight me! I know it was. Interesting. Okay, he won't kill me yet. The idea of him doing so at some point kept me from feeling relieved. I can't trust him. The anxiety that nestled in my heart only grew. After Yang and I spoke for a short while, he brought me to a room. He told me he'd take me to my room, but clearly this room's already being used by someone. He's taking you to his room. Oh my god, are we... Right off the... Well, I mean, I know you shoved your tongue down my throat within 2 seconds of meeting you, but like, good lord, Yang, pace yourself. Oh, good lord. Oh, okay, well... I'm not gonna complain. At fucking all. I'm not gonna complain. But, like... sweetie, that's... Okay. Alright, okay. Uh-huh. Well... Within the first part... Okay. I mean... Like... Okay, maybe this isn't gonna happen in the first part, but I was like, Jesus. I'm as shocked as she is. Hi, Yang, you're half naked. Okay, alright, I'll enjoy the view, thanks. I'm sleeping. Wait a minute. I don't think you've explained. His porcelain skin. His tattoo of an eagle spread across his chest and arms. It's an eagle? I don't see it. Like, it just, I mean, actually just kind of has almost like the tribal kind of patterns. I don't see an eagle in it, though. That one kind of looks like a flower right there, but, like, I don't think you... Is it a Rorschach test? Like, anyway. I tried my best to avert my eyes from his body and asked him, "This is the room I'm going to use, right?" "Yes, that's his room." Then why are you taking your clothes off?" "And this is my room. It's uncomfortable sleeping with my clothes on, and that's why I took them off." "Your room? Then where's my room?" "I told you. Here. We can go out in Veleno, but we don't get to sleep by ourselves." All right. I mean, I'm okay with this. She's not okay with this. I'm okay with this. Here? "That's right. You're my guest of honor, so I'll allow you to rest in my room." Yeah, the look on his face is not like, "I'll allow you to sleep in my room." He's like, I could feel all the blood in my head leave me. Is there a way you could prepare a separate room for me? It could be the room from earlier, or even a closet. Anywhere." "I can't let a guest sleep in such a place. Besides, if you occupy any spaces I'll use, you'd be in my way." But even so... No, we can't do this! Everything was happening so quickly. I felt dizzy and I couldn't say anything. To sleep in a room alone with another man, that's too... Seeing me flustered, Yang gave an exhausted sigh. "Oh, no, so just... Oh, no. So you're fine as long as it's not the two of us?" "Huh?" "I have other rooms where my men all sleep together. Sleep in a room surrounded by many men, or sleep in a room with one man. Which do you prefer?" Yang had an emotionless look as he judged my reaction, then continued on swiftly. "Oh, but we're your toy, so even if we were like, 'I'll sleep with the many men, I'm sure it'll be fine,' he'd be like, 'Bitch, what? Nuh-uh. I don't share my toys. We're his toy. He ain't gonna share.'" Oh, and the Italian culture has influenced my men, so they have come to be quite fond of women. What were they fond of before? What? Maybe they're... I mean, the way you worded that, I get what you're saying. Because Italian women maybe are just a little more... Well, okay, look, we weren't like, "Oh my god, we can't have sex before marriage, and that's weird." Like, we were totally having sex with Dante. We were like, in love with you, having sex with you. Fine, great, awesome. You know what I mean? So even for a good church-going girl, it's the 1920s. Okay, we're in love with you, we'll have sex, sure. We're not so like, "Oh, I can't, it's inappropriate." Maybe that's what, I don't know. So we're like, hey, sure. Also, the red light district. They're used to the red light district where the women are selling their wares, right? So I get what he's saying, but it just sounds funny. They've become quite fond of women. And before they were just monks, or they liked each other? Like, the way you worded that is a little confusing. I'm gonna need you to explain. Please don't. "And they'd be rather thrilled to welcome you. The rule is that a woman who doesn't belong to anyone belongs to all of them." I wasn't naive enough to not know what he meant by welcome. He spoke in a tone as if he were seducing me and whispered into my ear. He kind of is. "Let me show you, Spacey." He peered into my face with a cruel smirk, seeming to be toying with his prey. "And there's one simple way for you to survive in this hive without anyone troubling you." "What is it?" "Become their leader's woman. Sadly, there's no one bold enough to touch anything that's mine. If my men know that you're sleeping in this room, what would they think? They know I get bored easily. It'd be a rarity for me to allow a woman to live in my room day in, day out." He kind of looks sad thinking about it right now. "Then the others might think that you've really taken a liking to me. And as long as you're in Veleno, your safety would be guaranteed. Because if they upset my woman, they will be killed." Do you not like a safe place to sleep? If you've heard this much and you still want to leave my room, I won't stop you. I've sensed this ever since they brought me here, but I have no choices in anything. He was too good at eliminating all other options. I'd like to stay in this room. I see. Oh dear. Huh? Wait! Oh, hi. I said I'd stay in the room. I didn't. Okay. Wow. Hi. Okay. Jesus Christ, this route is... I don't think I can handle it. I need a drink. What? I'm sorry, but... Hi. Yeah, no, okay. Sure. Pin me down. Look, he's not wearing glasses, and it's not pinned against a wall. He threw me down and he pinned me, and I'm okay with this. It was okay when Nicola did it. I'm okay with him doing it. We're fine. Everything is fine. He's so fucking hot. I tried to resist, but he easily lifted me up and took me to his bed. He sneered as he climbed on top of me. Oh, God. You're gonna be my woman, right? His hair was glossy and beautiful. In the dim light of the room, his hair glowed redder than blood as it fell atop my cheek. Why are you surprised? Did you think I wouldn't do anything? And that I'd be a gentleman, biting my fingernails while watching over you? When I looked back at his golden eyes, I felt shivers run down my spine. But... You don't know when to give up, do you, Spacey? You were the one who chose, weren't you? But I... Hold on. This is saved too. I'm going to make the assumption here. Because we're supposed to not accept, don't accept. If we accept, he's gonna be like, ugh, not fun anymore. Don't accept is... Oh my god, this is gonna be bad. I don't plan on having that kind of relationship with you. You don't plan on it, but he does, and I don't think you have a choice. You're a boring woman. I could hear the disappointment in Yang's weary sigh. You'd think that would have been a bad choice. And oh my god, he's got a lot of bad endings. Got another choice later. You seem to be dumber than I anticipated. If you don't accept me, all that's left for you is death. I'll accept the fact that I have to sleep in your room. But I just met you. I don't know you. I can't just... I stared at him without looking away. I felt like he was going to swallow me whole. I was scared, but I didn't want to back down. I had no choice but to face him. There isn't an ounce of love between us. I can't give up my body to such a person. And the church's teachings? No, this has nothing to do with the church. This is how I feel. Even the kiss, it was aggravating. Just remembering what happened was upsetting. I could feel my heart racing just a little. I'd only do this with a person I cared for. I have no plans of doing anything tonight. You have no plans, but I'm sorry. I don't 100% know, but I was fairly certain that we don't get a choice at some point. Maybe not right now, but at some point he doesn't give us a choice, if you know what I mean. So, despite putting up a fight, you're unable to hide your fear. Your eyes are quivering. Well, yeah, because you're a man on top of me and I'm in a precarious position and you're either going to kill me or rape me right now. Like, I mean, the choices here are not good. So, are you saying that I'm supposed to be considerate of your feelings? Well, that's usually what other people should be, but you're nothing more than prey I've caught. I can feast on you at any time. That's true. You don't have to consider my feelings at all. I know that I can't expect that from him. I know that much. He looked back at my tense expression and asked in an amused way, Then, what will you do? I'm going to protect myself, knee him in the balls. He'd probably end up dead, but, you know. If you're going to abuse my body, I'd rather bite off my tongue and die. What a ridiculous bluff. Suicide's a mortal sin for followers of the church. There's no way you could do it. You know it well. If I kill myself, I'll lose my salvation. However, I'll choose that over abusing my dignity. My voice shook. Could I really take my own life? Of course I was scared and didn't want to die. Even I couldn't tell whether the words I spoke were a bluff. But I can't just accept this. I gave my biggest bluff as I glared into the eyes of the Lao Shu's leader. You're like a cat. Huh? You have no sex appeal whatsoever, glaring at me like that. He wasn't smiling anymore. His eyes seemed hollow just a moment ago, but now he looked me directly in the eye. I'm not accustomed to a woman's glare. Huh? No matter the country, gazes of women looking at me are all sweet as poison. If not, then they're clearly stained with fear. So the only thing that would glare at me like this would not be a woman, but a stray cat. What is he trying to get at? I couldn't understand what he was trying to say, but as usual, he didn't wait for my response and just selfishly took action. He suddenly let me go and looked sulky. You pinned me down, you were like borderline about to rape my ass, and then he's like, you have no sex appeal. I mean, I know it's about power for you, but like, I also just like, you're going to stop? She's like, but, okay. I'm dealing with a cat in a tiresome mood. It was a mild diversion, but I've now grown weary of talking. Go to sleep quickly. Huh? Why are you pulling on me? Why are you starting to hug me? Sleep. I can't sleep like this. Stop crying so much. Unfortunately, I don't understand cat language. I wanted to say that I wasn't a cat, but I couldn't. He won't touch a cat. He seemed to mean that if I were a human, things would be different. Stray cat or not, this is my room. You follow the orders of your master. He said that much and closed his eyes, wrapping me in both his arms like a pillow. It's actually kind of cute. He's like, shut up! Hugs me. Are you spooning me? This is awkward, but kind of adorable. I need that CG. With her being like, what the fuck? And him just like, oh, no. I tried to move around carefully. His arms were heavy and he held me tightly. I couldn't escape at all. Did he really just fall asleep? Then, am I stuck like this until morning? It was a hopeless situation in so many ways. But I guess I was lucky. They brought me to the Lao Shu's base, but I haven't been murdered yet. I'm still alive. And in the end, he didn't touch me and left me alone. Is that his way of being kind? Or was it only him acting on a whim? I knew there wasn't any kindness in his actions. I understood that very well. But there was a part of me that had a faint glimpse of hope, if only to have something to cling to. Being held in the arms of the Lao Shu's leader, I endured a restless night of little sleep. It's actually kind of like adorable. Like, okay, I was ready to be traumatized right off the bat, and I was like, okay, chapter 2 already. But then he's just like, spooning me while he's asleep. You're like, this is awkward, but kind of cute. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here because we're over. But like, we couldn't stop in the middle of that. But he's got a lot of bad endings because we have to create another save file in chapter 2 here. Like, damn. But anyway, I mean, I guess it makes sense. He's the stabby one, right? Like, he's going to kill us if we piss him off. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.